Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Lions are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Browns, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now Jones. Throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
No, check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
Jones operating from the gun. It's caught. Eddie Royal. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So opening drive third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They run it again with Martin. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 47-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 1st and 10, Jones. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Marty.
On second down, Martin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Xavier Cooper breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Jones now to throw on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Detroit! 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 Let's go! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Crowell. Big hold to the 30. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
But we know one thing. Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long. Didn't end in 6, but still a great game. They keep it with Crowell on 1st. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you.
Looking for Britt, intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
They set up the screen to Martin. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Second down now after the pass completion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run the counter with Martin. There goes Martin, first down and more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now a run with Martin. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Doug Martin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter. And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him? That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience, and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way? It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9. Now Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down. And his kick is Absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Kaiser now. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. On the return, it's Tate. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on 2nd down. Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. First down, Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Kaiser. Coleman has it here right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yep. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. To throw is Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Here's Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This is Coleman with a grab. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. After the penalty, it's Crowell, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. Second down, Kaiser. And this is incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And that'll make it third down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
On third down, Kaiser steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And that'll make it 13-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go play action here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They run, Martin. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's third down. Jones operating from the gun. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, Kaiser escaping the pressure right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. On the counter, it's Corral, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things.
And Crowell lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. Jones now to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they will hand things over to their backup quarterback, Martin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
First throw now for the backup Kaya. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I call him still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about, the muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like that, though.
He hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Duggernaut.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubts.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. A toss play. This is Martin. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Jones to throw on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here we go.
Kaiser from the gun on third. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. .51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Jones. This caught by Royal. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's pulled in by the rookie, Kenny Galladay. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice...
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down again. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And that's going to make it fourth down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They begin with a run by Crowell. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Kaiser now from the 50. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Play action now. Kaiser. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So 2nd and 10 here. Jones operating from the gun. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Jones now on 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll toss it to Crowell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On play action, Kaiser being chased out left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Oh, he spins again. And he works free. There goes Doug Martin. 30, 10, 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time run there by Martin. 75 yards. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Green, 39.
First and goal from the 5. They'll run. Martin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Doug Martin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. And he knocks it through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Detroit! 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 All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go! Flag round! Flag round! Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Kaiser now on second down.